Shalom Aleichem, sweetest friends. We are continuing our series of shiurim in the Sefer HaKadosh Sfas Emes, and this shiur should be a special schus to Refuas Miriam Bas Chaya, for Shleim Sar Shochel Yisrael, and also for Esther Rus Bas Naomi Sarah, for Shleima Chai Rezel Bas Dina, for Shleima Rabbi Foel Chaim Dov Ben Risa Shoshana, for Shleima Avram Yosef Ben Rosh Chaim, Sarah Leah Bas Rivka. They should all have refuah shleima b'sach sha'ar cholei Yisrael, and the schus Gila Shoshana Bas Necha Gittel, the bracha v'atzlacha b'chol ma'aseh yadeh b'zara shel kayama. We're now in the Sfas Emes Tafresh Lamed Vav. Rashi Dibur Maschil b'Rashi. Bereshis Tafresh Lamed Vav. Matam Pasach b'Bereshis. So he quotes Rashi. The Sfas Emes quotes Rashi. Why did the Torah start with Bereshis? We should have started with Chodesh Elachem, which is the first mitzvah. So the famous answer is because the Koach Massiv Higid Lama Lasisem Nachalas Goyim, the power of his actions he told to his nation to give them the inheritance of the nations. If the Goyim say Eretz Yisrael belongs to us, we can say God created the world and he gave Eretz Yisrael to us. Ad kan midivrei Rashi, v'haramban hiksha, ki yesh bo tzorech leha Emunah. As the Ramban, I don't get it. We need to have Emunah. What do you mean you could have skipped Bereshis? How could you have skipped Bereshis and just started with Chodesh Elachem? B'daf gloibin, you have to believe in Hashem. If you don't believe in Hashem, what's life about? It's the yesod for everything is belief in Hashem. So what's pshat when Rashi asks that you don't have to start from Bereshis? Of course you have to start from Bereshis for Emunah. But to explain this matter, it appears as follows. And this is again all rooted in the deep worlds of Kabbalah, and we're just going to read and translate. On Torah, there are numerous levels. Shekola Torah Shemosav Shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The whole Torah are the names of Hashem, as the Ramban himself says in his Akdama to the Torah. Torah are the names of Hashem, and this is the Zohar HaKadosh in Yisrael, in Daf Pei Zayin Amud Aleph. Uv'derech zeh mispareshes l'mayla, v'lanu mispareshes k'fi hadinim v'hamishpatim asher lefaneinu b'Torah. We have the divine Torah, the heavenly Torah, the Torah that's up there. And then this Torah sort of emanates down and is revealed in the form that we have it, that tells us not to wear shatnez and to wear tzitzis and to keep Shabbos and not to curse and not to eat treif and to do chesed and staka and all the nice things, the wonderful things that our Torah tells us. But that's just the emanation of the Torah down to our earth. In language we can understand, with concepts we can understand, and there's a carbon, what you do with the carbon. But in Shamayim, there's another derech to explain the Torah, the same Torah, but it's explained in an ethereal, more heavenly, more celestial madrega. And that's obviously the pshat, why in the Gemara in Shabbos, the Malachim wanted the Torah. What's their Havamina? They should get the Torah. Torah is for people with human qualities. So the answer is that they would have understood the Torah on their level, on the Malachim's level. Gam kol advarim shenasa b'olam v'chol habriya kol mei Torah. Everything done in the Bria, all from the Torah. K'mo shekasvu hibit b'Torah bar olam. Like it says in the Medrash, the beginning of Bereshis Rabbah, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu looked in the Torah and created the world. So it's all from the Torah. V'chiloi chas v'shalom livro hakol b'liyam tzos HaTorah. HaKadosh Baruch Hu needs help creating the world. Oh, thank God he has the Torah. Now he knows what to do. No. Kadosh Baruch Hu can create the world without the Torah. He's a Kadosh Baruch Hu. He doesn't need any help. So what's pshat? Rakol zeh b'shvil Yisrael shekol habriya smashich achareim. No, he did it for our good. The whole Bria should be drawn after us because we were given the Torah, and the whole Torah is based on the whole world is based on the Torah. So the whole Torah is nimshach achar klal Yisrael, and our behavior and our actions, and our learning and our midos. It's all after klal Yisrael because we're the Am Torah, and everything was created based on the Torah. V'isa ki hichzer HaKadosh Baruch Hu Torah l'bnei Esav v'Yishmael b'vadei lo yashayich limsor lem Torah k'mo shenid l'bnei Yisrael. So God offered the Torah to the Ishmaelites. God offered the Torah to the Esavites. So it can't be that he would give them the Torah like we have it. Rakanal Shatarin Lasof, Kamosh Elishalam Grum, Kenyesh, Ken Omik Tachas, like it says in the Sefer Yetzirah and Parakeh. That just like Torah has depths in the heights, it also has depths down below. It goes in all levels. So the Bnei Esav and Bnei Yishmael, they would have gotten it on their level. V'zeh shekasav Hashem es Sinai ba, v'zarach Misari Lamo, Ophia mehar Parn, v'asem v'ras Kodesh, mimino ish daslam, v'shidin lisah b'chol madregas asher ba. And the Torah was given on all the madregas, the madrega of Sire, which is Esav, and Yishmael, and all the nations, all the different people that Hashem offered the Torah to, on their level, Am Yisrael has it an all-encompassing Torah. It's a Torah that encompasses the Shemaim Torah, it's the earthly Torah, it's Klal Yisrael's Torah, it's the Torah that would have been given that was offered to the other nations. Torah is all-inclusive, the Torah that we have. And just like it's this fire, so it was given to the Jewish people. So Mitzidenu, the Torah didn't have to be mislabish and clothe itself in all these deeds, but just in order to give us nachalas goyim, in order to give us the inheritance of the nations. In other words, that we were makabel the Torah that encompasses their Torah also. So that's why it started from Bereshis. Lasis lahem nachal as goyim. Moshisav Zara Kadosh Emor Shnikra Yitzchaim Kum Ilan Sheish Bo Peres Valam V'Klipas V'Sharashim V'Gufa Ilan Kacha Torah L'Chol Darbe Yesh Achiza B'Torah Zeh V'Klipa Zeh Ba'olad B'nei Yisrael D'Vukum V'Gufa Ilan. So you have the Torah on many different levels. You have a tree. The tree has fruits. The tree has leaves. The tree has branches. The tree has roots. And then you have the tree itself. So the Torah also has many different levels. And everything has some sort of connection to the Torah. Some people have a connection to the klipa, to the external husk, some in the leaf. They have different connections. But Bnei Yisrael are davik b'guf ha'ilan. That's what the Zohar Kadosh says. We have the guf ha'ilan. We have the ilan itself. We have the tree itself. We have the Eitz Chaim of the Torah itself. And even though now for the Pshuta B'nai Yisrael, all they can understand, the simpletons, is the Torah and its simple level, and it's enclosed in the very physical terms. This was done so that Klal Yisrael can bring close all of creation to the Torah. This is in fact a little bit of a yerida, of a descent for the Jewish people. But it's a yerida, we're going down tzarech aliyah in order to go up higher. Because the height, how high you go, is totally in how low you go. The lower you can go, the digger you can deep. The deeper you can dig to get low, and then that's how high you're going to go in this world. The lower a person can go, if a person can go to Times Square and be Makariv people, they're mamish in the lowest of the low, he can bring them to the highest of the high. He can make such a gavaldik atikun in place of such intense tumah, and he can turn that around. So we were given the Torah in this Gashmi level. We want to be able to turn around all of the Gashmis into Ruchnias. It's just like the Torah itself is from beginning to end, so to the Jewish people, we have to go to the depths and then go all the way up to the highest levels. And now we can understand what the reconciliation of the question of the difficulty of the Ramban is. What was the Ramban's kasha? What do you mean start the Torah L'chol Zelachem? We need Bria Sa'olam. Ki vada yata nitzrach Emunah. Vada, now we need Emunah. Aval etzem b'nei Yisrael lo hayu tzrichim le'emunah. But the Jewish people themselves don't need Emunah. Now we need Emunah. The Jewish people didn't. Ki em dveikim b'guf ha'torah shebechinas Emes. We were clinging to the Torah itself. We had the Eitz Chaim, like we said before, that the tree, there's the branches, and the leaves, and the fruits. We had the tree itself. We had the etzem tree. So now we have to come to this Emes through Emunah. In other words, before we had the Emes itself, we didn't need the Emunah. But now we need to come to the Emes through the Emunah. And this is in order to give them Nachal Goyim, the inheritance of the nations. The inheritance of the nations is Eretz Yisrael, but also their chelik in this world, that we took their chelik in this world, in so far as that Kadosh Baruch Hu offered them the Torah, and it would have been at a very Gashmi level, even more Gashmi maybe than our Torah. Our Torah would have been explained on their level, on a lower level, and we got that Torah too, in order to elevate it. So that's what it means. Lasisem Nachal Goyim. In other words, had the Torah not been offered to the nations, had the Goyim had no shaykhs to the Torah, so then we could have gotten the Torah from Chodesh Zelachem, and we wouldn't have needed Emunah. Why wouldn't we have needed Emunah? Because we would have had the Gufa Ilam, we would have had the Gufa of the tree itself. But now that the Torah is also offered to the Goyim, we get that Torah too, so it's Lasisem Nachal Goyim. Now we come to this Emes through the Emunah, which is on the lower level of having to have Emunah, having to believe, whereas beforehand it would have just been clear, the Emes would have been so clear. But now we have to go on the level that's like the Goyisha level of Emunah, that we have to believe even though we don't see, which is a test. But if it would have been given to us straight, the Torah, without Nachal Goyim, without having to get Nachal Goyim, then we would have just, the Emes would have been so clear. Wouldn't have needed to come to the Emes, the truth, through the Emunah, through the faith. But now that Hashem wanted to give us the Nachal Goyim, even on that lower level, so to speak, so He gave it to us with Bereshis, with this whole lesson of Emunah, and through that we're able to elevate the world and take for ourselves the Nachal Goyim that Hashem gave us as a special matana, and ultimately elevate them and elevate the entire universe. Okay, so this is the Sfas Emes concludes Vadvarim Brurim L'Mevin. It's very clear to those who understand, and I have to go public with this. I'm saying this is a shir that's watched and listened to by probably, we're going to go on hundreds of millions of people, so that there's always things in this Sfas Emes that I'm missing, because this Sfas Emes was writing Gavoa Me'al Gavoa, on a much higher level than I am right now, and that I probably ever will be on. But we try to understand in our own Majrega what this Sfas Emes is telling us, that the Emes of Torah is so clear and so evident that we wouldn't have needed the Emunah, but in order to take Lasis Lanu Nachal Goyim, Hashem started from Bereshis, that chelik in the Torah that the Goyim were offered, their level of Torah, so Hashem started from there, in order that we should have that, and somehow this connects also to getting Eretz Yisrael, which was also Nachal Goyim, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted to give us Eretz Yisrael, which was originally Nachal Goyim, which was Eretz Canaan, which belonged to the 7 nations. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu also gives us the Torah that He offered to the Gentiles, that was given to us also. And the whole Bria is Nimshach Achar Torah, so we bet to have the whole Bria. Okay, we finished Taf Reish Lamed Vav B'Siyata D'Shmaya, and the next year, if HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us the Koach and the Moach, we will hit Taf Reish Lamed Zayin, which we Zocha Lilmod U'Lamed Lishma B'Lasas U'Lekayim is called Divrei Salmo Torah B'Ahava. Amen v'Amen. Shalom, shalom. Sweetest and most beloved friends.